Hello, guys, many blessings. Today, I wanted to talk about something that has been in my heart for a while. And if I'm being honest, I was a little bit, um, I was a little bit intimidated by talking about this because I don't know how you all, anyone watching this video, would receive this exhortation because it has been burning in my heart. But now, today, I made a decision to go ahead and talk about this. Something that I've been seeing for quite a while now, is the lack of desire, of a burning desire to seek the fullness of God and the infilling of the Holy Spirit. Many of us, and I have to include myself because I have done this in the past, and there are times when I still do it. We say that we love God and we want more of God and we want His presence and we want to be filled with the Holy Spirit, but we're not spending time with Him in the prayer closet, in His Word, but especially on our knees, seeking His presence, seeking Him, seeking the face of God. It's like we have so many things in our lives going on, right? And sometimes we pay more attention or we get more excitement and more emotion when we are doing other things. Like, I don't know, our trip coming up next month, or the game on TV tonight, or the new movie, or the new technology. Like, we exert so much of our feelings and our emotions into this new thing, into something that is temporal, after something that is materialistic. And we don't see that same passion, that same drive, that same hunger for His presence, hunger for His Holy Spirit. A lot of times we're running on the feeling and the presence that we got on Sunday morning, and we run the whole week based off on that experience that we had on Sunday morning. What about the rest of the week? What about Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday? Do we eat once a week? We would die, right? We would die if we had one meal a week. We would die. But somehow we think that one experience per week, seeking God, seeking His face, and truly surrendering ourselves on Sunday will be enough for the rest of the week. And we are starving spiritually. We are starving ourselves, but we are filling ourselves with all of this junk food, all of this worldliness, all of this materialism. What happens when we feed ourselves junk food? Hamburgers and pizza and ice cream and all of this junk food, and we don't fill our bodies with nutritious and healthy foods, more vegetables and fruits and protein. What's gonna happen? We will get sick, right? You get sick, possibly even get a chronic illness from it. But somehow this is what we're doing in our spiritual walk. Sometimes it's not even food, sometimes it's poison that we're filling our minds and our hearts with. Oh, but we raised our hands on Sunday morning, right? And we worship God and we say, God, I am your friend. I am a friend of God. I don't know about you, but Abraham did not feed himself once a week of the presence of God. And God called him His friend. How do we expect to be filled with the Holy Spirit, to do the work of God, what God has called us to do, if we are only feeding ourselves once a week? Many times, it's like we go to church on Sunday to get our energy's charged, and then as soon as we step out of the church door, what do? We get our phones, start checking social media, It's like we've been sitting in church thinking already about what we're going to do when we get out of there. It's like we go to church out of compromise instead of a burning sensation, a burning desire to seek the face of God, to fill ourselves with the Holy Spirit, to seek God, to fill ourselves with more of God. And I understand that some of you have very busy lives with work and at home. God knows. He knows. But He is waiting for you to make the time for Him. Because if you desire God and the Holy Spirit that bad, then you will do everything you can to spend time with Him. Because when we are out of His presence, a heart and a soul that beats for Christ, that beats for God, who is on fire for God, who wants more of God, will be desperate to spend time with Him. You will want to run home to spend time in His presence, or even make time during your lunch hour to sit, I don't know, in your car and read the Word and just fill your mind and fill your heart with God. So I want to exhort you all to seek the presence of God throughout the day. If possible, spend an hour a day in His presence. And if you don't have that desire, that sensation, that burning hunger for God, then ask God to give it to you. And He will, I promise you, He will do it. He will give you that hunger for Him. I hope that I have, or the Lord has used me in some way, even though this is a short video, to speak to you, to your heart, to your soul, and that you may take this word, this message, and apply it. But most importantly, that it may convict you in some way to seek His throne, to seek His face. Many blessings to you all.